Alright, now that that fun's over, we are going to be playing Sega Genesis Collection Shining Force. Alright. So, if you haven't seen this before, this is the Sega Genesis Collection. It has a ton of games on it, and a lot of them are great. Just looking at a few, Alex the Kid, it's always a good one. Altered Beast, I used to play that whenever I was getting my teeth done at the dentist when I was a kid. And by kid, I mean like a year ago, because dentists are terrible. Comic Zone's always fun. Some of these ones I've never even heard of before. Golden Axe 2, Golden Axe 3, always good. The ToeJam and Earls, Shinobi, of course Sonic. Anything good is Sonic. But we're going to focus on this game here, along with Shining Force 2 whenever we finish Shining Force 1. Shining in the Darkness is kind of like the prequel to this one, but it's like a first-person dungeon crawler, and I've never actually played it, so I might turn that into a YouTube video or something. So I'm gonna I think the camera might need changed a little bit. Sorry, bear with me. I'm going to take off the full transparency. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the music's sick. So the story is the Dark Dragon has led in a horde of demons. And there were ancients that fought back against the power with light and with darkness, trapped into this void, pretty much. This is probably one of the... Well, this isn't the first one that I played. I played Shining Force 2 originally. Think of Final Fantasy Tactics and Fire Emblem before those two were even thought of. Like, this game is like a grid-based. You have characters you can recruit. You can do promotions. I mean, it's a ton of fun for an older game. I played Shining Force 2 when I was a kid. I played this on Game Boy, I think, for the first time, so some stuff was a little different. But once we get through the introduction here, we'll get started with it. It is an amazing game. If you haven't tried it, or if you're down for some nostalgia, I definitely recommend both of these, Shining Force and Shining Force 2. They're in a thing called the Shining series, which branches out into so many different games. I mean, there's Shining Force 3, which is on the Sega Saturn, which is actually like a 3-part series. There's just a bunch of stuff, you know. But I'm not going to be one of those guys that read this to you. Like, I'll leave it up for a set amount of time. I'm not going to do any kind of funny voice or, you know... I just find it annoying, so sorry if it's something you like. So I'm basically trying to fight back against the Dark Dragon. Nope. Hitting the wrong button. And as per usual, it will be my name. Because, you know, why not? I don't think, you know, Dick Sledge would mention there. So this one is broken up into chapters. Shining Force 2 isn't. Excuse me, I try to, since there's no A, B, C, I have to remember that square is A, X is B, and C is circle. You can search these things too. That comes more important later. So now, it doesn't actually tell you who this kid is. Like, he just shows up. In the original Japanese version, he's actually washed ashore, and you'll get some story around it later. But he has no memory of who he is. Obviously, he can't speak, because back in that generation, heroes never spoke. They just existed. And that guy is Lo, who's actually your best friend. He's the guy that supposedly found you when you were washed ashore. You can have interactions with people. You don't have to talk to anybody. There's no like actual side quests. But there are hidden characters. I think there's 5 hidden characters. One of them, his name is Yogurt. He's just in there for the memes. He does 1 damage per hit. I think he only does... Yeah, he only does 1 damage per hit, and he takes loads of damage. I mean, somebody looks at him and he dies. So basically what this guy's saying is, king has a job for you. I'm gonna send this child that I've, just met into danger because he can fight, pretty much. I have to go talk to whatever friends I can make that will help me along the way. So it happens throughout the game, you run into people, you can talk to them, they'll join your cause. Other than that, there's no real big side quest. Here comes Lo. So there's just certain things you have to trigger. It's like any kind of old RPG. If you're not talking to somebody, if you're not going too far, if you're not going far enough, an event won't trigger. Luckily, this isn't one of those games if you speak and you stop, or if you don't speak to someone, like, it doesn't hamper all the progress. Like, you know exactly who you need to talk to. There's some later games in this kind of generation, mainly the SNES games, where you just wandered around because you had no clue who you were supposed to talk to, what you were supposed to do. Eventually, if you figured it out, you know, that was the days before the Wikipedias, before, you know, everything else. Before internet. Yes, this game came out before the internet was even thought of. Yeah. So the king gave me 100 gold. 100 gold does absolutely nothing. This is a starting town, so you already have the same equipment that's already available, so you can't really do anything. So this is the part where I can spend hours just grinding through. It's the combat. Yes, he definitely did come a long way. So, each character has their own type of moveset. Yeah, you see everybody kind of just has like that foot movement. But each character has their moveset. Whenever I go here, I can either attack with this character, I can do, you know, cardinal directions. I can use any type of item I have, and I can use any map. So right now, this character, the main character, has egress spell, which is very important, because this will let you escape any battle. So say in this, if something goes terribly wrong and I lose all of my party except my last character, I can egress and I can leave and still redo the battle again. This isn't like Fire Emblem where if a character dies, they're dead for good. This is just, you know, you go to a priest, you get him revived, and then you go on with the battle. You can attempt it any times you want. It doesn't really matter. A lot of it is for farming. I mean, you'll see me maybe grind a couple levels here on this specific battle. There's another spot where you're about to get on the ship. It's a great spot to farm because there's guys everywhere and you're just pounding on them the whole time. And if anybody has ever played Fire Emblem, this is kind of where you see the graphic goes in and it shows you your character doing emotion. So it goes from, you know, it kind of changes styles a little bit. Now, Ken, he's a centaur. He can hit close or far away, depending on his weapon. He can equip a lance, which means it'll be closer. He can equip a spear, which means he'll throw it. Generally, the lances are stronger, but you have to break their face. And some centaurs, they don't have a whole lot of health. Like, I mean, Ken, he's good to start with, but he gets really squishy after a while. And I'm sure, as you can see, you're gaining experience points with each kill that you get. You get experience on a hit, and you get experience on being attacked. Or if you dodge, sorry. Healing, magic, the whole thing. So it acts like a traditional RPG. With this, you reach up to 100 experience points. And once you get 100 experience points, you level up. And that's the cap. It has to be 100. That's it. And there's another mechanic that'll come in later, which is called promotions. You kind of have to promote your characters, because if not, they can't equip certain items. You know, so for example, Hans here, if I don't level him up to be like an archer or something like that, he won't be able to equip a stronger bow. So it's all about maintaining equipment, making sure that you have the right people in place, strategy, everything else. but like I said, I've played this game a ton, so I don't really foresee too many issues. I might egress, I might get stomped on one match. Being stupid. There's actually a marionette fight later in the game that just, ugh. Every time I think about it, it creeps me out and gives me trouble. Now, there's certain characters that you kind of have to baby. You know, for example, my character, I'm going to be in every single match, but once I get enough people, I can switch them out. So I can get another mage, I can get another archer, I can get another tank. You know, it's like a revolving door pretty much. It just all depends on your playstyle. I'm gonna try to switch it up this time. I'm not gonna use the same people that I always do. Especially in 2, Shining Force 2, I have a set amount of characters. I know exactly who I want at all times. I know what characters become strongest, you know, that whole thing. So like I said, I'm gonna farm this one. I'm gonna get down to the last guy. I'm gonna egress out, and then I'm gonna get a new character. He's like a monk healer type thing. Healers you gotta be kind of careful about because they don't really, obviously they're not gaining as much strength as your other characters. But anytime somebody needs healed, they get more experience from that type than attacking, unless they finish off a character. If they finish off somebody, that's where the experience points come from. So hopefully my character will survive this. I kind of put him right in front, which I shouldn't have done. But I felt like it was a good decision at the time. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna egress now. This is gonna take me back to the last priest that I talked to. I didn't actually talk to this guy, but this is the only one I've encountered. So if you remember, whenever I went in last time, I was just kind of taken there. I didn't walk to it, it just, you know, took me there in a carriage. This guy doesn't join yet. See, he's kind of telling you, like, you know, he would like to go out again. So we will we'll probably see him again. Anybody with like a picture, that's normally like the character you're gonna want to notice, or at least remember. Now, if it gets to the point where, you know, this is too grindy and I don't want to put it on camera, I'll get to a good point. I might grind like 1 or 2 levels or something. I'll take it off camera, and then I'll just start, you know, farming tons of matches. See, now this guy's gonna help me. The only reason why I know is because after this next fight, I egressed one time and I was taken here. This guy is Yogurt. Or Jokers? Like I said, he's kind of like a meme character. He doesn't really do anything. And there's nothing else to do in that area. Now, as you can see, I've got an additional guy here. Now, what I could do too is if I want to know the layout of the enemies, see where their patterns could be, I can go out like this and I can scroll to see where they are. See if there's any kind of chest or something, see what kind of terrain you're fighting against. I might do that occasionally. It's really not something that I'm gonna do anymore, only because, like I said, I've played these, you know, a few times. Generally, the enemy patterns stay close to the same. I mean, you'll see that, like, if I were to take my character, take him as far as he can walk, all of those goblins would come and attack me. It's just how it is. They do have set patterns, and you can bait them occasionally. There's an important match a little later where you need to bait them to get into the range of some weapon. So instead of dragging this fight out for, you know, a second time, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna take out all the enemies, and then we're gonna move on. So we have about almost exactly 2 hours left in the stream, and I don't want to be doing the same match, you know, the whole time. I don't want to bore anybody. Yep. So once they gain that level, they're always going to be at that level. Yep. Yep, that's how it is. So once, it kind of works as a traditional RPG. As soon as you gain the level, you keep it. There's going to be a thing later that I'm going to talk about. It's called a promotion, which gives your character more stat bonuses. I'm going to turn my light on real quick. And of course, the higher your character's level are, the better. You kind of don't want to get them all up too high. Like, you don't want to have your healers back at level 1 when you're in level 10. It's just not, you know, it's not good. And generally, if your hero is out there, he's going to be attacked. So you need to make sure that there's a healer somewhere, and that, you know, they have a chance to escape. I got a sneeze going. No, I'm good. Alright, so as of right now, Gong is actually the better healer. Only because he kind of duels as an attacker. He's like he's like a monk. Like a warrior monk. Luke becomes an absolute tank after a while. I mean, he could take a hit and just not even flinch. He's just that strong. His defense scales so high. Eventually yours does too. But see me like right here, I'm getting absolutely demolished. And fun fact, everybody on your party can die. Everybody. Except you. If you're the last one alive, or if the enemy team kills you first, it's an automatic battle over. You have to start over. See, now my boy Luke needs a little bit of help. So I need to heal my character first, and then heal Luke. It's unfortunate. There we go. Finally. I know I said that my character needs healing first, but I'd rather give it to Luke because now, with Lo there, you'll see that my character is boxed in, so there's no way anybody's gonna get him. Enemies can't move past me if they're locked in, so right now, you know, this guy can't go anywhere. So, I've kind of left myself in a bad spot. See, now I'm with him. I'd rather get the heal off, you know, get a reset. As levels grow, magic becomes stronger. I'll get a heal level 2, which will be able to move like 8 blocks around instead of just 4. This guy's just being a jerk. I gotta move him. So yeah, fire will become better, lightning will become better. Shining Force 2 actually has better character class selection, in my opinion. Like I said, I've loved Shining Force 2 since the moment I touched it. It's so good. So I figured I'll play through both. That way there's at least a little bit of overlap in between. Because, I mean, these really aren't that long, and since the streams go about 3 hours, like, I should be able to clip through a good bit. Depending on how bogged down these battles end up getting. The music is really good. Battle music and everything changes if you get promotions. I know Hans could have finished off that other goblin, but I'm trying to save him for Low. This might cause Low to be dead. Just leave him 1 HP. It reminds me a lot of, if you ever played Darkest Dungeon, it's kind of like that. You get them down to 1 HP and you just cringe because you know they're going to come back and hurt you pretty bad. Alright, now it's time to work on the last guy. Get a hit on him real quick. You'll notice too that like you can get higher base experience points by hitting stronger enemies. So like I know this guy's got a higher level than I do. So everybody's gonna get at least 20 to 25 experience points each time. And hopefully Low will be able to kill him. There we go. So the gains in the beginning are kind of low, but they end up scaling up pretty high later. The only thing is though, once you get to a certain level, you can get promoted. So at level 10, I can promote every single one of these characters if I want to. The problem is there's a stat debuff that goes against that. So even though, you know, they might say have 45 HP, with the promotion, they can go all the way back down to 20. And then it makes them really vulnerable to one-hit kills. So it's kind of like give and take. You want to make sure you get them at the appropriate level before you promote them. And in this game, it's about 16 to 17. In Shining Force 2, it's 20. Because once you reach level 20, that's when you can promote people. Like, it's hard-coded at 20. And you'll kind of see here in this battle, the different terrain it works. So right here, all of my characters are kind of bottlenecked in. So I don't have a lot of range. But the enemy's experiencing the same thing as well. Now, certain enemies can move better than other ones. Certain my characters can move better. A lot of the times, it's just getting them through that bottleneck and seeing what happens. You also get different types of characters, so you can get more than one archer, you know, a couple swords and axe users, healers, mages, pretty much just duplicate and sometimes triplicate of these types of characters. There's also flyers that just completely ignore terrain, which, you know, some of them are good, other ones are bad. You just have to kind of deal with your playstyle. See what you like, see how well they are in your squad, and go from there. So yeah, this is just so painful. Because I know I need to get them past this point, and then everything opens up to me. Get Hans another kill, hopefully. And once they reach a certain level, you're going to see diminishing returns. So, level 2, he killed that guy, he got 32 experience points. At level 3, he might only get 20. It'll get to a point where if I sit here and farm, I'll get 1 experience points for killing an enemy. And that's when you know it's time to move on, get to a different area. Like I said, the enemy behaves in a certain way. Even though I'm going up and smacking them, they're not going after me. Not yet, anyway. See, now they're all just kind of sitting there. Wrong button. Yep. So he was just getting 1 from attacking. Now, if he kills him, he'll probably get 20, I'm assuming. This bottleneck is just killing me. I don't really want to give Hans that kill, but I might just have to. So you got 21 for killing that guy. So I would say probably a level 4 character is good enough for this battle. I'm gonna do it. I probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's a critical hit. Anytime you hear that kind of cue, that's when you know it's gonna be a critical. Certain levels of gain, you only get 1 thing that goes up, so somebody's speed might increase, another one just its attack, just its defense. But, you know, eventually, like I said, things will even out. Try to get Luke up pretty high. He becomes a really good damage dealer in tank later. Gonna get Hans another one. Now, if I remember, I'll show the stats screen. Actually, I think I can do it here. You can actually go into it, and you can see what their level is, what their attack, their moveset, what their experience is. Like I said, everybody's close to 100. If they get 100 XP total, that means they level up. Eventually, my entire squad will be up here. It's just a crazy bottleneck. Looking pretty nasty out, so if my power goes out, I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. So now that I have more people coming up, I'm gonna start kind of progressing. Getting a little bit more aggressive, putting my better damage dealers out. That way the people that are dragging behind can still get some XP. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting Ken up a couple levels, because that attack's just pretty bad. Eventually, once I get characters that are high enough, and I get characters that I want to baby to make sure that they get the kills, you'll see my higher level guys just charge right out in front, smack a dude, and then they'll take off, just so they can gain the more experience. Since I have some healers coming, I'm gonna let these guys go out, and if they need healed, they'll be able to get that. I'll let Gong get this one. It's important to have a good healer. There's certain skills that other ones have that other ones don't, obviously. There's certain ones that have the ability to cast slow on enemies. I never really use status effects in the game because it doesn't seem like they really work. But there's another one called Aura, and what it does is it starts out as like a block of 5, and in that block of 5, you can heal 5 characters. It eventually expands to, I think, 16. So once it gets to that 16 block, it can heal all of them for, you know, a heal level 3 being cast at one time for like 20 MP versus healing each individual character for that much. So it's pretty interesting to see what characters, how they progress, and what kind of skills they get. Hans Gruber. I don't know if you know him. He's a patron of Nakatomi Tower. He didn't last very long. See, now I'm realizing that I probably should finish off a couple of these guys, because if not, it's going to cause me a headache later. So you can only recover MP once you leave the battle. So once you finish it, everybody will be restored all HP and MP. There's a certain item, I want to say it's called, this might be coming from Shining Force 2, but it's called a Fairy Tier, and it heals max MP for one person. So you really don't have like a good way to replenish it. You just kind of have to be selective with, you know, how much you heal or how much you're healing, how much magic you have. It just it kind of depends. That's why you don't want to have like a magic heavy force, even though technically you won't get that. on stand there. Somebody else needs some levels. Like 10. So weak. She'll get up there pretty good too. So I don't have really that big of a worry about her. Usually I like to get around level 5 before the next fight that comes up. But like, getting hit by 3 damage isn't that big of a deal. It's getting hit by 3 damage multiple times. There is one. It's called a fairy tier, but that's it. And they're actually rare to come across. So it's extremely limited. But once you finish a battle, everything's replenished anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So like, for example, right now I know Gong has 1 heal left in him. Other than that, you know, I'm just gonna let him start attacking. Toa, if she could ever get down here. She's got at least 3 Blaze level 1 skills left, and Lo has 2 level 1 healings. Kind of want to bait these guys out too. So I'm trying to get Toa down here, bring Lo down too. That way, in case my character needs heal, which he does. He's only down 3, but Lo's not doing anything with his magic. So this is going to be another bottleneck. The characters aren't moving. They're just kind of waiting. So I'm going to try to do some range damage to them. Make sure Lo is right next to my main character. I'll put my tank in front of him. See, now I could get risky. I could just drop him right in there, but I'm not going to. Take Toa in. Oh, I was going to take Toa in and do it. I was going to Toa cast magic. I forgot. Here we go, Ken. Toa. See, now I screwed up my tactic. I could let Toa die because, you know, she's level 2. It's only going to cost 20 gold to revive her. Ooh, look at that. Took him out. Sometimes you'll get lucky. There's a lot of RNG in the game. So now I need to get low out of the way. This is my intention first. I'm just gonna have her on the bridge, cast Blaze on the other two knights, and then have Lo come in and tank this guy. But I messed it up. So she should be able to handle herself, but I want to move, so yeah, she'll be fine. So now that the battle's over, all HP and MP is restored. So Runefaust right now is the biggest enemy that we're coming across. When you defend our home against them. And they're talking about the evil Cain. Cain will be brought up a bunch of times. Now that the town's been destroyed, I'm going to talk to this guy. Got another character. Gort and Luke are the only two in their character type. They are the strongest and the biggest tank. Yep. So once the battle's done, all HP and MP is restored. So let me show you here. Let's see. This one's menu is not really. Yeah. Yeah, after the battle. So I can't actually show you because there's no status menu. In Shining Force 2, there's a status menu that lets you see, you know, your HP and MP levels. So I'm gonna go check in with the king, see what he has to say. See, everybody's tired. So that's the big bad Cain. So my mentor just died. So he just stole our national treasure, which was the Sword of Darkness. And the king dies. Look at that. And a tragedy brought me 2 more characters. Alright, now they keep talking about headquarters. Headquarters. We'll meet you at headquarters. Come find me at headquarters. Headquarters really doesn't do much. It lets you know how many characters you have. And then once you get down here, you talk to this guy, Nova, and he will let you assign what characters you have in your party. I think you can only have 12 at a time, or something like that. So as of right now, there are 9 characters, including myself. You can talk to them, they'll have something, you know, they'll have a little quip to say. But once you get enough characters, you'll actually come back in through here, and you'll see them just kind of hanging out, drinking, playing games, you know, doing what regular Soul people do in their downtime. Now, there's some things you could find in here. You can look at pots and stuff, and you might get like a medicinal herb or something like that. But as of right now, we need to go back outside of the city to go to the next town that is to the north. And we're immediately in another fight. Now you can see that there's a couple different enemy types. A lot more of the dark elves. There's also these bats. Bats can fly, so they ignore terrain. They can come across anywhere. And then there's a lot more of these Runefaust Knights. So now you kind of have to be careful of how you position everybody, because attacks can come from every side. I'm not going to extend May or Ken too far, because they could die pretty quickly. The bats hit, they hit hard. Now hopefully once I get to the next town I can get some better equipment for these guys. That's usually how it goes. You go to another town, get equipment, finish a battle, find a chest, search the chest, get better equipment. So now May has a lance, so she doesn't have the range that Ken does. Ken can hit from a diagonal square. Personally, I prefer the spears, just because it gives me more mobility. I'm going to slowly make my way up. Because I don't want to trigger all of those knights. I'm drawing more of them towards me. That way I can just start smacking on them. So like I said, Gort and Luke are basically the same character. They're both tanky, they're both pretty strong. There's really no downside to having them. I usually roll with at least one of them the whole way, towards the end of the game. See, I don't want him to take that experience, because I shouldn't add him to that either. So they can put status effects on me too, like Hans just with the sleep. Like a ludicrous song. I'm sorry. I'm tired. tank units also have a greater chance to dodge. They have more mobility. So now it's kind of getting to a point where everybody's getting clustered, so I need to make sure that I'm attacking the right people with the right people. I know Mei can do 8 damage, or Teo can do 8 damage. So I'm gonna come over here, cast Blaze on this guy. I think she does 6 to 8. And this is all through playing and playing and playing. I just know how the characters, their damage, what they'll do, kind of how they react to leveling up. Haunts me all the time. I lose sleep over it. Slowly getting surrounded. So I'm going to try to close ranks and take them out. Try to get Ken another level. Points in the game where I just love to see a Blaze level 2, and that's a spot when they're all clustered together like that. She'll be okay. She's tough. Alright, yeah, she's tough. See, again, I really don't want to give him all that experience, but... start messing around with these guys too much, it's gonna kill a character, and one thing will lead to another. chapter in each chapter. But I know it doesn't take too long to get to the chapter. Let's say maybe another fight, maybe 2, and then chapter 1 will be done. I want to say there's 8 or 10 chapters throughout this whole game, I think. So I'm going to slowly start moving everybody away. Try to bait in the flyers. How this goes, this might be a repeat fight. I'm gonna try to not let it be. Strong yet. Ah, May. I want to protect Gort. See, Ken's a little squishy. This is a bad spot. And here comes Pain. He's only taking 1, that's good. gonna let May handle these guys over here. Was not expecting that. Alright, let's heal. Equipment so bad. I don't think May's hit like one person this whole time. Surprised he did that. Oh, Luke. Oh, Luke. She's just gonna have to start smacking all these guys now. There we go. Blaze level 2 definitely opens up a lot. He can't get in. He doesn't have enough MP anyway. That guy should have definitely attacked Luke. These misses, they're not good. I think this guy will kill me. I mean, it's gonna take a lot, like 10 more hits. Luke. Poor Luke. That's the first one. Oh, Luke. I mean, it's not permadeath, so it's fine, but still, I mean, as of right now, I need as many attackers as I can get. May could actually attack something, that'd be fantastic. Ooh, look at that. Ah, not enough. No, I didn't want that. Yep, I can bring him back to life. I have to go back to town, though. This is a bad idea. kill it. Just kill it. I'm gonna get these guys down low enough that way Gong and Low can finish them off. Actually, yeah. Just try to get her up on a level. There we go. Probably gonna need another attack or two. Throw Low in there, why not? That's why. Kind of get like a little heal circle going if you wanted to. Get him groups. That was a pretty tough enemy for that level, and he only got 29. Yeah, you say that, but I'm gonna come back here. I am going to, short sword. See, this is all the same stuff I have, so it's pointless. I'm gonna go and revive Luke. I'm also gonna save it. Let's bring Luke back. Luke costs, so he's in level 3. So each level is gonna cost 10 gold. So if he becomes level 2, like level 20, it's gonna be 200 gold. Now the priest can revive, he can save your game, he can get rid of status effects, and you can promote. That's it. And that's the only way you can do that. You can't revive them or do anything else with them. Oh, the eagle has landed. So this place should have gold for me, or not gold, weapons, hopefully. I know it's rude to search through people's houses, but it's that type of game. So I picked up a bronze lance. I'm actually going to give that to Ken. That way I don't have to buy a new one for him. And it's 3, it goes up 3 attack points, so it's really all that matters. This woman? Sure. It's foreboding. Alright, enough chatter with these people. Let's look for the weapon shop. That's item. You can tell by the little icon that's on there. Medical herb is just a healing item. Those are a lot more common than the MP restoration. Healing seed's another one. It's better than a herb. A middle sword is for me, so that'll be a bigger help. Gotta use these buttons. Oh no, it's the same exact one. Sorry, lady. Oh no, I thought she was gonna push me in it. She did. Totally meant to do that. Alright, so power potions and stuff. They're one-time uses. I didn't want to do that. Get the cord. So you'll find power potion, defense potion, HP potion throughout the world. They're very rare, but it just gives you a permanent stat boost. So my attack went up by 1, which is not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, but it's something. What does this guy got? Short sword. Bunch of crap. No, I don't want anything else that you have because it's terrible. I'm gonna rob you blind too. So in Shining Force 2, anytime you open up a chest, if your inventory's full, it goes to the next person, and so on and so forth. So anytime in this game, if my personal inventory's full, I have to go in and manually give the item to somebody else. It's minor in the grand scheme of things. Like, it is a little bit annoying to do inventory management, but it's not that big a deal. I am gonna go into the castle. Talk to the king of this place to let him know that the Runefaust army is close. Alright, so obviously I missed talking to somebody. that guy. Talk to that guy. Right? Cheap stuff. Totally. That was the guy I needed to talk to. Now it's open. I'm gonna take all of these chests while I can. Stupid inventory stuff's killing me. That's her. She looks like a deer. Whatever. See, I'm finding like a bunch of stuff that just doesn't matter. Some of my people already have it equipped. I am gonna ransack this castle though. That though. Bread of Life is the permanent HP bonus. Defense Potion is a permanent defense bonus. So both of those I always use every potion on my main character. Just because he has to be in every single battle. Meager gains, but I mean, there's still gains. So that guy's blocking the path, so I have to talk to the king. Let's get stuff that I don't need. Who could this tactician be? Oh no, it's Cain. Not really. Big twist. Threw the vicar in jail. And with funny thing, in Shining Force 2, same thing pretty much happened. It's headquarters, so we're gonna go out. Immediate fight. So now usually with this match, I like to kind of divide and conquer. Usually I'll send a couple guys up north, the other guys go east. Glad you're liking it. It's a fun game. Like I said, I played it since I was a kid. Definitely one of my favorites. I'll send 2 healers up north, because that's where the heaviest hitters are. May, she's just there. So my party in the east is probably going to be my character, Gong, Gort, Hans, and Lo. Actually, no. Lo's gonna go north. Oh, Chris. I kind of want to bait some enemies to come this way, but I don't want to overextend. Because those flyers can go anywhere. Same with the snipers. The Dark Mage is a dangerous one too. The enemy team also has like a commander. If you take them out on certain maps, it can end the game for you. Well, it can end the battle, so you would win that one. So I think in this one, it's actually this Dark Mage. Flyers are there. That's what I was looking for. Seems like they're gonna start rushing down. I want to say the Dark Mage retreats. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm rethinking my entire strategy. Now I'm worried. Luke should be okay. Yeah. Nice. So anytime they're clustered like that, that gives Tewa a good opportunity to attack more than one person at a time. Her plays. Kind of retreating back now. Oh gosh, Luke is gonna need a heal. Come here, this. That way you can kind of block the other Rune Knight coming over. Take this guy out first. Depending on what character I get next, I might get rid of Low or Chris, depends on what level I can get them to. That's not good. Oh, I don't think he hasn't moved in like ages. Spins in. There we go. I might actually continue progressing east. Yeah, let's do that. These guys can heal themselves. She's not guaranteed to hit those flying units. Attacks in too. She still takes a hit though. I'm gonna have Tewa take those two out. XP-wise, and you still put the higher I can get her up, the better. Just at this point. am slightly worried about that mage. Then we're gonna be a blaze, some frost, yes, something else. There we go, low. Bit dangerous. Half my force is down there, the other half is up here. Come down here and wait. Hopefully I can bring them up and around. Do kind of like a pincer at the same time. Nope. Kella. Sorry, girl. Nice. There we go. That's what you always want to do. Try to get them blown up that way. One of your healers can knock them around. That guy's not moving. I'm gonna start tagging. Start to retreat. close enough, but I want them, you know, too close. Bring the healers in. Chris is basically just going to try to attack. So I don't want to go in yet. Hang out right here. That way everybody's just like one long move. And then they'll be able to hit. Sometimes the strategy works, other times it doesn't. Not what I wanted again. Third time attacking tonight already. Because Gong's there to heal. I should be able to out-heal his blaze attack. That's the only danger with that. It's moving him in. He has two targets now. The sniper can take out Gong. I was gonna say, I'm hoping I can act before he does. Not, he's going to wrecking my day. So, take him out now. Get him in, heal him real quick. Chris can do anything. 1 damage. 1 point of damage. I'm not gonna drag it out anymore. Alright, so I freed the town. Now I need to talk to the king, see why he, you know, betrayed us. That's the end of chapter 1. So there's only about 30 minutes left of the stream, and I think this is actually a really good place to stop. We were able to get through the rest of Dark Souls. So let's finish this first. Let's get some equipment. Let's do all that. Let's do all the fun stuff. Let's get new equipment. Let's get new equipment. Let's sell all our old stuff. See if I can get anything. Just a power staff. That's all you have for me. Let's sell some junk. Freaking power staff, that's it. Power staff is for a mage. It really doesn't boost their intelligence or anything to cast stronger spells. It just, you know, exists. So, that being said, I'm gonna buy like 4 of them. It's all mages, including healers. And either way, these guys aren't attacking, so it doesn't matter. Sometimes they'll have deals, but you have to find them out in the wild and give them to them. So you have to remember that if you buy something from the store, you have to go in and manually equip it. In Shining Force 2, it gives you an option to automatically equip stuff once you buy it. Little quality of life things that I think they figured out, you know, after the first game. I don't want to use that. case, you know, in case I have them attack somebody to finish them off, they have a little bit more attack power. I am going to find the church, and I am going to save it. And we will pick this back up next Wednesday. It's the carnival place. Ugh, it's the carnival place. Ugh. Let me see here. This isn't it. Speed ring. They are accessories. Usually I like to give power ring to my main character, just so he hits like a tank. I'll give it the Gort for now. That way it increases his agility by 4, which is huge. You a church? You're not a church. Are you a church? You might be a church. You're a church. Let's save. Okay, so like I said, it's a good point to stop. We finished Chapter 1 of Shining Force. We finished Gwen in Dark Souls. So this will be picked back up on Wednesday next week at 7 o'clock. If you like the channel, go ahead and give it a follow. That way, you know, you can tell when I'm online. If you missed anything, or if you want to watch it again, or if, you know, you missed a stream, this will be uploaded to YouTube. So just go ahead and search my gamer tag, JREHE59, on YouTube, and you should be able to see all the content that I have there. Alright, see you next week.